Another fantastic roar stream. If my voice cracks and I stop making beeps that I'm not supposed to be, we can actually get this going. Welcome to an exciting and fantastic evening of roar stream. It is Moon Knight. We tried to do Moon Knight a very, very long time ago. Moon Knight is something we tried to do in February, and February it broke. The stream broke and we weren't able to do anything. Let me just do something real quick. There we go. All right. You should do the Wurble. I thought about that. If we have time, maybe we'll do the Wurble. But we got Moon stuff to do. You ready to do this? Let's get Moon Knight going. Let's start this. Let's head upstairs. I hope you're all ready for Moon Knight. Moon Knight Reborn, kids. Let's do this. I'm out of this. I didn't practice this very much. You're done doing the furniture. I didn't practice this part at all. I didn't have any notations. Anyways, screwed all that up. Welcome to Moon Knight. We have so much moon shit to do. The moon synthesizer sound is really bad. Oh, it could be way worse. Here, I'll switch it to something else. Maybe this will sound better. Woo! It's just a sine wave. Yeah, this is the B piano. Just have a I meant to do the clap button, but that's what I got instead. So this is the B piano. We're not going to talk about the B piano tonight because the B piano is not. Has nothing to do with the moon. But as long as we're starting, this is the B piano. It's very exciting. We'll talk more about it some other day. Anyways, that's not what we're here for tonight. Tonight is Moon Knight. We have so much moon stuff to do. Primarily, where's Mac tonight? I don't have any Mac tonight. Mac tonight wasn't suggested. This is the primary stuff we're going to look at tonight. I have a Man at the Moon 1955 Disneyland presentation that I've wanted to take a peek at for a while. It's 52 minutes long. We're not going to watch the whole thing all in one go, so we're going to watch a little bit of it. You don't see anywhere to suggest stuff. I did a thing in the announcements this morning in the updates to say put it in like YouTube or whatever. I don't know. Put it in like the YouTube channel. But we're gonna watch a little bit of this and then we'll switch off. I got a whole lot of YouTube stuff tonight. I've got some crossword puzzles. I've got some exciting things. So I have the Space Mountain Euro ride though. That's not moon related. It has nothing to do with the moon. This is not Space Knight. This is Moon Knight. And primarily, whoa, that's loud. Holy God.
Walt Disney's Disneyland.
So this is, like I said, this is Man on the Moon, 1955. It has a lot of excuse me. It has a lot of animation. Shut up for a second. Has a lot of animation I've never seen before, and it also features a Nazi. So if we're gonna get into it, let's head on in a little bit.
One of these many worlds will open to you. Frontierland,
where's my jigsaw puzzle? This has nothing to do with the moon. Let's come on. Hey, Walt. Everyone say hi, Walt.
At Disneyland Park, the realm devoted to things of the future is called Tomorrowland. One of the popular attractions here is our simulated rocket trip around the moon.
What is
After
that?
entering the Disneyland spaceport,
What is this? I don't recognize this ride.
visitors may experience the thrills that space travelers of the future will encounter when rocket trips to the moon become a daily routine.
I forgot to look up
However,
the man.
scientists tell us
You're really loud, apparently. I forgot to look up the man on the moon
It'll be
attraction.
many years before space travel becomes a reality. After consulting with the scientists, our
Is there a racist button? Do I need to do a Walt Disney night?
artists and studio technicians have prepared a factual picture of how the coming conquest
push
of the
that
moon
button
will be
preemptively?
accomplished. Here to tell you about it is director Ward Kimball.
When we hear the exciting news
When did this come out? This came out in 1955. We were nowhere close to landing on the moon.
of how the rocket scientists of today are preparing for tomorrow's trip to the moon, we must remember that such a trip has long been the dream of many men since history began.
I've got a jigsaw puzzle
But
tonight.
before we consider the scientific plans
It has
for a
nothing to
trip
do with the moon. Just as a
let us
heads up.
first show you, as sort of a prologue, the results of our research into the legends and facts and foibles, superstitions of man and the moon.
You meant because Tinkerbell was doing a racist Indian dance? It was 1955. I mean, it doesn't make it okay, but
Roll the moon sequence, please.
I have a lot of channels from Peter Pan that I have to get rid
This is
of.
the moon.
Hi, Moon.
Shines over the great cities. It illuminates the countryside, and its reflection shimmers.
Kitty
on
asked
lakes and
earlier,
oceans.
what is my favorite thing about the moon? And that's a fair question. I'll talk about it in a little bit. I think my favorite
This
thing
is the
about the
moon.
moon is that if you look at the moon is a time capsule. You look at the moon and you see so many thousands of craters and the destruction of space, and you can see how old it is just based on you seen a lunacy pun?
Moon that saw life begin on Earth millions of years
Moob?
ago.
I didn't get it. That's why I ignored it.
As
We might
primeval
see
man-
asses tonight. The original Space Mountain Europe was called Space Mountain from the Earth to the Moon. Was it really?
Watched the moon in the night sky, it became to him an object of curiosity. In
You do
legend,
realize that trying to do this stream tonight is pure lunacy. Ah, lunacy again because it's about the moon.
he tells the story of an old man who, while digging, discovered a small shiny object.
What does this have to do with
As
the
he
moon?
held it in his hands, it grew and grew, and finally escaped into the sky to become the moon.
Oh, I guess I should have let
Primitive
him
man,
cook.
The moon was somewhat of a personality. Sometimes he saw in it the face of another man.
The European Space Mountain was
Or a
really cool.
woman. Some ancient aborigines thought they saw a four-eyed leopard.
I've never.
Perhaps the greatest-
All I've heard is the man and the rabbit.
This mystery to our ancestors was the moon's strange ability to change its shape. The early Hindus believed that it was Chandrashka, the god of night, slowly turning his lamp as he moved across the sky.
If you think
The
about
Aegeans, on the
Wait,
other
I said
hand-
pause. If you think about it, not knowing about the moon and the fact that it just changes in the sky, that had to be really screwed when you're a ancient people and you have no idea about science.
And thought the moon was a silver shield, reflecting the seas and mountains of the earth. Moon worship was an important part of many ancient religions. The Sumerians called the moon Nana, and the golden calf with crescent horns was a symbol of reverence. Here stands the Egyptian moon god Thoth, the reckoner of
You can
time.
see the dark part of the moon with your bare eyes. Yeah, but why is it doing that? If you think about it, why is it making any part of the dark? Why is it making any
Between the
darkness? It
annual
doesn't make any
rise of the
sense.
Nile, the moon grew to fullness. This gave Egypt one of the first lunar year calendars. And here is Diana, the Grecian moon goddess, whose beauty inspired the Romans to build a silver temple in her honor.
This was straight up propaganda, wasn't it? I didn't think about it till just now. This was 1955. This was us propaganding against the Russians.
Primitive races, an eclipse was a mysterious and terrible thing to behold. They believed a giant serpent was devouring the sun's light, so they danced and made great noises to frighten the moon beast away. And
Okay, these guys were a little dumb.
he would go away.
The moon
The
beast.
first book devoted completely to the moon was a parchment by Plutarch. He said the moon was simply a smaller Earth, but unlike the Earth, its inhabitants were demons.
Why? What? What makes you think anything would live up there? There's no greenery. There's no reason anybody would be alive on the
Plutarch
moon.
inspired one Lucian of Samosata to record what was perhaps the first science fiction story. He tells of a very strange journey to the moon in 160 A.D. A ship went sailing on western seas through the pillars of Hercules. She sailed through a realm as dark as night, pursuing her course of lunar flight.
I never did look into why the moon is said to be made of cheese, but I assume it's just the fact that it's holy, right? It's just the fact that it kind of looks like Swiss. Look at this Moon King. This guy looks really... This guy looks done with everything.
And cried to far and near, "Begone, ye earthling creatures bold. There are no women here."
Oh, women?
There followed upon the face of the earth a period called the Dark Ages. For centuries, the light of knowledge was extinguished, and only a fleeting mention of the moon was made. Moon.
Has hoes in it.
Then there was the great event of 1609.
We call them lunar
Galileo
prostitutes.
Galilei built
It's
a telescope
2025.
and made the first close-up observations of the moon. He excitedly announced that he had observed the moon as another world, complete with mountains and seas. When the astronomer-mathematician Johannes Kepler heard of
To be fair, there are seas on the moon,
Galileo's
kind
startling
of.
observations, he immediately set to work on a book about the moon called Somnium, or Sleep.
I'm going to put all
In
the
this very
blue
imaginative account,
on the jigsaw
Kepler
puzzle
goes
up at
to
the
sleep
top.
during an eclipse and is kidnapped by moon demons. Because they cannot
Moon demons.
bear the light of the sun, they migrate to and from the earth, using the moon's shadow for a bridge. Here on the moon, Kepler wakes to see a fur-covered moon creature emerging during the cool of the evening.
This is just moon fan fiction. This is just straight up moon fan fiction from the ancient times.
Amazing. Kepler's experience inspired the English bishop Francis Godwin to write a book called The Man in the Moon. His hero is a Spanish gentleman exiled on St. Helena, who escapes by building a contraption that harnesses the efforts of
I miss when we used to build contraptions.
large swan-like birds.
Mankind really went downward when we stopped building doohickeys and doodads.
He realizes too late that these birds are of a rare type that migrate all the way to the moon. However, the trip is interesting, and he finds that the moon's inhabitants
I like this guy. Get out of here, subtitles. I like this guy right here.
vary in size, according to their
Every time there's a contraption, I call it convoluted. What's convoluted about this contraption right here? Look at this contraption. Look at this doodad this guy made.
is interesting.
This isn't
and he
this is
finds that the
convoluted
moon's
at all.
inhabitants vary in size, according to their rank. Their only language is music.
Hold on, I got this. I got you. Also, Gorp, I have way worse sound effects. You want to hear the noise waveform? Everybody please watch your ears. This is going to sound real bad. This is G. I'm not sure why it gave me this one. I think it's only for, I think it is only to be drums. I forgot it was doing this. That's pink noise.
A few years later, the flamboyant Cyrano de Bergerac makes comments on the possibility of traveling to the moon. His close friends scoff at the idea. This drives Cyrano to prove his point by writing a unique science fiction moon trip. His own personal device for getting to the moon is a string of...
There's a lot of sci-fi trips about going to the moon, isn't there?
Bottles containing dew. Anyone knows that as the sun rises, so does the morning dew, and so does Cyrano. His scheme works so well that he has to discard some of the dew bottles for fear of overshooting his mark. But alas,
I like
he
that
drops
little
one
bird.
Too many, misses the moon, and lands in Canada.
This is okay.
Natives are very hostile.
Speaking
He has
of
to
racist.
escape. What to do? Build a rocket.
Racist.
This time he is more successful. When his fuel supply gives out, the moon's gravity helps him make a triumphant lunar landing.
I just think it's very interesting to take a look at the moon and think, this is how many times it's been struck by asteroids over how many millions of years. It's hard to prove differently. It's amazing to think that the moon actually looks like this now. This is called Scary Moon. This music. What are we listening to? I'm not really sure it's scary. I'm not really sure scary is the right word. I forgot what this stupid thing looked like. Scary is not the right term for that. That was Scary Moon. This is how to fast travel to the moon in Minecraft.
This is how you can fast travel to the moon in Minecraft.
Okay, all right, got it. Okay, let's take notes.
Copy this system.
All right, redstone.
Make sure it is blinking like that.
Redstone repeater.
You must be in survival mode and copy the system exactly.
Oh, this is just.
Make sure you use sand.
This is a doodad. This is a
Sand
doohickey.
must be flying on air. Now try to get in between pistons. And abracadabra-alakazam.
Abracadabra-alakazam. Oh, I thought it was just a joke. I thought this was actually going to Minecraft. Oh, God. Speaking of moon from Legend of Zelda, I forgot about this guy. This is the evolution of a lunar moon flipbook. You guys remember when flipbooks used to be a bigger thing? I feel like when I was younger, flipbooks were like a big thing. Maybe that was more of a big 90s thing. Also, what's with all the 4,000 downvotes on this? Wasn't alive in the 60s. Flipbooks were not in the 60s. They were like in the 80s or 90s. I mean, maybe before that earlier, but they were definitely big in the 80s and 90s. This is NASA Tour of the Moon. I haven't vetted most of these, by the way, so I can't promise
To nearly
how interesting most of these will be.
To nearly everyone,
We'll find out.
the moon
We'll find out
appears
together.
to be a sterile, gray, unchanging world. But while the moon has remained largely unchanged during human history, our own understanding of it has evolved dramatically. Thanks to new observations, we now have not only unprecedented
Jesus
views,
Christ. Like, look at this thing. Look at this thing. If something this big had hit the moon in our lifetimes, we would know about it. It's incredible. This is a time capsule right here.
of its surface, but a whole new tour of the moon that shows how both it
There might
and
be
other
some
rocky
moon
planets
titties.
in our solar system
Didn't you see
have
the
been
opening?
shaped over billions of years.
The oldest known flip book was in 1868.
We'll start with one of the largest impacts, Oriental Basin, a feature that's as wide as the distance from New York City to Cincinnati.
Jesus.
Using new elevation measurements, we can clearly see the effects of what is likely the last giant impact event in lunar history, with its outer mountain rings rising many kilometers above the lowest points inside the crater.
That's insane. Like, when did that happen?
The interiors of some craters
A
in
long
the
time
moon's
ago,
polar
I'm betting.
regions, like Shackleton, haven't seen sunlight in over 2 billion years. However, new measurements have created our best yet maps of these types of craters, allowing us to see deep into the shadows of this surprisingly young-looking impact crater in the south that's more than twice as deep as the Grand Canyon. Some impacts are invisible for other reasons. Although the ancient South Pole
We guessed Russian spies.
Aitken Basin is difficult to see from orbit because it is so large. new LRO topography maps reveal the largest impact basin in the Earth-Moon system, measuring several kilometers in depth and around 2,500 kilometers in diameter. Only the Hellas Basin on Mars rivals it in size. One of the youngest large-scale impacts on the Moon is the Tycho crater. This fresh crater may have formed only 108 million years ago, when dinosaurs...
I hate it when they do this shit. This fresh crater is only 108 million years ago. Shut up. Yeah, in cosmic sense, yes, I get it, but come on.
roamed the Earth.
The canyon that's not nearly as grand as the one on the Great Rock.
We now also have an extreme close-up view of the crater's central peak, revealing a mountain with sharp edges, building-sized rocks, and a central boulder about the size of a baseball stadium.
Didn't like the Indian government, or was it the Chinese government, didn't they go to the dark side of the moon?
The Aristarchus Plateau is another recent lunar formation that has long interested scientists and astronomers. The crater itself formed in the same era as the Tycho crater, and what appear to be snaking river valleys were actually carved by ancient lava flows.
I was going to say that it's interesting that this part of the moon doesn't seem nearly as crater-ridden, but it's actually not that interesting at all because of gravity.
Next, we arrive at Mare Serenitatis on the near side of the Moon. In December of 1972, the crew of Apollo 17 landed in the Taurus Littrow Valley, marking the last time humans have visited the surface of the Moon. With images from LRO's narrow...
We've only been there like 7 times or whatever, and it looks like we can already see how much bullshit we've done to the moon.
...angle camera, we can clearly see the evidence of that visit.
Jesus Christ! We can't go anywhere, can we?
You can easily see the base of the lunar lander, along with the lunar rover, parked far from the blastoff zone. You can also clearly see the astronaut trails and the wheel tracks left on the lunar surface.
Wild. We can't go anywhere.
The far side of the Moon, which cannot be seen from Earth. Our first stop is the Compton-Belkovich region, which shows evidence for young volcanic activity in the far side highlands. This feature is unique not only because it is isolated from other volcanoes in the area, but also because it is located nowhere near the Maria, where
on an Earth crater, there's vegetation and things that would overtake it. Correct? Yeah. There's nothing on the moon. There's no atmosphere on the moon, or barely one.
Also, on the far side, we find the Jackson crater, which, like the Tycho crater on the near side, has an extensive and complex ray system. In fact, this crater...
I'm sorry, what? A ray system?
...is often considered to be like a twin to Tycho. Finally, the Tsiolkovsky crater stands out as an excellent example of a far side crater filled with a sea of ancient lava, known as a mare. It is particularly interesting to scientists and other observers because of its isolation from other similar craters, as well as its beautiful
What makes it
peak.
interesting?
As we continue to study the Moon, our understanding of it improves, giving us new insights not only into how it has evolved over time,
makes that
but also how other
crater
rocky planets
interesting
in our solar system have come to look the way they do. With new missions, new instruments, and new technology,
the Moon is beautiful.
We will continue to improve
It really
our knowledge
is.
of the Moon and better understand the history of our solar system.
Like, the Moon rules. This is 3 moons and a statue, a moon stack time lapse of the crescent moon. Also, as a side note, I guess it's also in New York. Other planets still have some sort of an atmosphere or whatever. Whoop, 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 whoop. How do people not believe in science looking at this? I mean, okay, they probably think that this is edited and bullshit, so maybe this isn't the best evidence to show them. Like, it looks like we're on Tatooine now. Now you're just showing off. Now you're just showing off. That's too many moons. That's way too many moons. You're being greedy. That's way too many moons. Where are we at? This is a Moonraker, a James Bond that I haven't seen yet. This is a trailer for Moonraker. I've actually gotten quite a few James Bonds. Other films may promise you the moon, but we deliver. Wow.
If you show the penis again, I'm gonna be mad.
Exotic locations on Earth.
Many people call Moonraker the worst James Bond. Really? That sounds hard to believe.
Moonraker will transport you to another world.
I'm not sure why. It just does. Is that Jaws? Okay, it has Jaws in it. Okay, that actually tracks.
Trifle overpowering your scent.
I really like Roger Moore.
Holly was a warm girl with the right connections.
Could this possibly be the moment for us to pool our resources?
We would be better off working together.
I like Roger Moore.
More
Get out of here,
excitement,
channel.
more
Terrible
thrills,
channel.
More spills.
Most Bond movies got 3 stars, occasionally 4. Moonraker got only 2. There's a big snake that's clearly rubber.
And guess who's dropped in for a...
Good friend.
Dropped in for a bite. Jaws is back.
It's that girl from Tulip. Also that from 1979, which was a weird time. It really is a ridiculous series. What was the one I just watched where they picked up Blowfield and just dropped him into a big chimney in like the first 2 minutes of a movie? Blofeld. Oh, by the way, this is probably going to get the VOD muted. I didn't even think about that till just now. That's
From
fine.
Earth to the most spectacular adventure in space.
What the hell is this?
Moonraker.
Is this supposed to be the moon base?
Out of this world.
What exactly are you up to here, Drax? Moonraker 1, liftoff. Moonraker 2, liftoff. Moonraker 3, liftoff. Moonraker 4, liftoff.
I don't have Moonraker on my list yet, but it's on my overall list. It's not coming up yet. Usually it's more subtle.
Inner city in space.
I'm not gonna lie, as silly as this looks, at least it looks different and interesting. How is this one ranked better than the one where they try and flood Silicon Valley? The one that's so ridiculous.
James Bond and the treacherous Dr. Goodhead.
And the treacherous
Despite your
Dr.
efforts,
Goodyear.
my finely wrought dream.
I'm gonna take a drink while this train happens. Roar TV. I'm assuming it's not this channel.
Approaches its fulfillment.
Excuse me. Oh, was it big knife? Wrong button. Oh, Fox is pulling. Oh, gotcha. That's a red wall. I thought it was a North Korea. Is this trailer still going on? Good lord. This trailer's going on forever. What else do we got? The moon? Is that 13 minutes? I'm not watching 13 minutes. I'm not watching 13 minutes of the compilation of the moon.
In
Let's go back to the
1835,
let's go back to the man on the moon for a little bit.
news report appeared in the New York Sun.
I missed the laser guns. Was there laser guns? That is really ridiculous. I do like how the set is very clearly moving as if in an atmosphere.
Sir John Herschel, noted astronomer,
Give
had
you Noel
discovered life on the moon.
and a little bit.
The account stated that Sir
We'll come
John,
back to that.
aided by a
Let's give this
powerful
another
new
10 minutes.
telescope, was able to study the moon from a distance of 50 feet. He observed fantastic rock formations, strange plants,
Do you like the moon, Kitty?
and hairy man-like creatures with bat wings.
See, we now we could watch these guys.
Manner. There were animals too, grazing bison and one-horned unigoats who were very playful.
If we wouldn't be able to watch those
This whole
guys.
story was the imaginative product of an overzealous reporter. It was a complete hoax, a moon hoax.
You love the moon? The moon is great.
Here we see
What's
the leading
not to like
characters
about
in
the
Jules
moon?
Verne's Victorian trip around the moon. 3 adventurers are given a fraternal send-off by the brothers of the Baltimore Gun Club.
The moon's just fantastic. It's
After a
beautiful.
very hazardous trip, the daring spacemen are given a hearty reception by the brothers of the Baltimore Gun Club.
A lot of noise happening in the
Frequent
video.
reference to the moon is made in great literature. Shakespearean societies have long delighted in such lunar lyrics as Romeo, "Arise, fair sun,
I like the
and
animation
kill
in
the
this.
envious moon." Juliet, "Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon,
Yeah, we got a
that
Truvy May on
monthly
our TV.
changes in her circled orb." Othello, "It is the very era of the moon. She comes more nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad."
See, I don't think I could do good pause. I don't think I could do 52 minutes straight of this. So it's good. Ow! It's good we have a little bit of a break in doing
The moon
other
is
stuff.
the source of many odd beliefs and superstitions. One of the oldest sayings is that the moon is made of green cheese, or that it is the resting place for all articles lost on Earth.
Who says that?
It
Whom
is
says
said
that?
if a man sees a new moon through a window, misfortune will befall him.
This is horseshit. When none of that's
Or
true.
if he cuts his hair under a new moon, it will grow back too fast.
I like how I'm yelling at old wives' tales. Like, that's not true.
A secret wish made to a new moon will come true. But it is unlucky to see the new moon over the right shoulder. A new moon is the time to begin things. This is a good time to get married, to build a house, and move into it. Caesar once said that the dark of the moon is the best time to start a battle.
I'm assuming that's a joke, but it could very well be true. Is that channel too dark? It looks really dark. A lot of flashing on it. Also, I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds. Yeah, what you guys
When the
doing?
moon is on the wane, stuff your feather bed. Wash your linen, mow your grass, cut your timber. Some farmers believe that the moon
Straight up psychopath.
governs the planting of crops. They say that root-type crops should be planted during the dark of the moon.
Okay, see, I don't know about all this, but they probably do look into a
While
lot
the light
of
the full moon is
tides
the
and
best
stuff.
time
I would
to plant
assume
the
they
crops
would.
that grow above the ground. Also, medicines and tonics are said to be more efficient if taken during the full moon. In autumn, the full
Do a new
moon
Truvy
is the
channel?
harvest moon.
I should. I bet you she would love it. She's very calm
Moon
now.
is a silver shield. Be not afraid to reap your field. What if she rises haloed round? Soon we'll tread on deluged ground. Pale moon doth rain,
Deluge.
red moon doth blow. White moon doth neither rain nor snow.
I like this little guy. Really good timing. I like this little guy just straight up get fucked.
It has been said that money exposed to the dark of the moon will increase as the moon becomes full.
Why are people so into... It's just the moon. I love the moon, but it doesn't have that kind of power. It can't do any of that.
Some even believe that the left hind foot of a rabbit procured in a graveyard during the dark of the moon will bring good luck. We are warned that sleeping in the lunar light will produce lunacy. From this supposition evolved such expressions as loony, lunatic.
I'm gonna need a citation for a lot of this. Also, this whole video could be a Roar TV block.
Mad.
A lot of good visuals in this.
Struck. Little children love nursery rhymes, particularly verses about the moon.
What the hell is this?
The man in the moon came down too soon and asked his way to Morridge. He went to the south.
Could we stop using the racist Native American interpretations? Why? This is a fever dream. This is a fever dream.
The little dog laughed to see his
Or pervert. Okay, the moon's creeping. 1,000% turning this into a channel block. This whole video.
The moon is the symbol of love and romance.
Is
It
it?
has long been the inspiration for love songs the world over.
Is it? I guess so.
It is very simple to write a moon song. First, of course, you must have the moon, preferably in the month of June. Someone to croon, and someone to write the tune.
I get it.
Add the word spoon.
They're rhyming.
Some flowers in bloom.
Cool.
And maybe even a honeymoon.
Good jokes.
Hit it,
Good,
boys.
good jokes in 1955.
I see the moon shining down on lovers, spooning in the gloom. I see the moon on a sandy dune by a blue lagoon. All the hollyhocks in bloom fill the air with sweet perfume. Soon, pretty soon,
Racist.
love will bloom and you
Racist.
will croon. I see the moon,
Racist.
moon that shines in June.
Not
like a
racist.
macaroon.
Racist.
I see the moon,
Eh?
we will sing it soon.
Racist.
Rhyme it all with moon.
Racist.
Soon, spoon, June and moon, there'll always be a honeymoon. Honey, honey, honeymoon.
Probably racist.
I see the moon.
Weird.
Shines in June like a macaroon.
Those are boo. I'm not going to say the word.
Sing a tune, rhyme it all with moon. Soon, spoon, June and moon. There'll always be a honeymoon. There'll always be a honeymoon.
Honey, honey, honeymoon with Daniel Boone.
There'll always be a honeymoon.
Okay, I think I need a I think I need a break. I think I need a break from that. Let's go over to the Mighty Boosh. Kitty wants to see Neil. Hey,
And when the spaceman come, he did experiment
Jupiter.
with a hammer and a feather, and seeing that which one would land the first. And do you know, on the moon's surface, they landed exactly the same time.
Was the Mighty Boosh canceled?
It could have done that with anything. Beach ball, peg, magnet, a little drawing of some chicken. It don't make no difference. When you have the moon, everything lands the same.
Just so many drugs. All the drugs. There's a compilation of just the moon.
Perhaps the moon knows the secret of the new sound.
When you are the moon, there is a person that people say is the sun. I saw the sun once, and it came past me really fast.
People say the sun.
And it was called the eclipse. And it came past, but as it came past, I licked his back. He doesn't know I licked his back. all on his yellow suit.
I feel like we were super stoned when we watched this, and on very dirt weed.
Thanks.
When you are the moon, the best for you can be is a full moon. And then a half moon is alright. But the full moon is the famous moon. And like 3/4, no one gives a shit about him. When does he come? 2 days into the calendar month is useless. Full moon, the main moon.
Okay, that's enough of that for now. This is the never-ending story Call My Name clip. The moon is a symbol for love and romance. The pins over to the heart, the actual symbol.
He doesn't understand that he's the one who has the power to stop it. He simply can't imagine that one little boy could be that important.
This whole story is...
Really me?
Is it me?
What do I have to do? He has to give me a new name. He's already chosen it. He just has to call it out.
I need to watch the never-ending story again.
But it's only a story. It's not real. It's only a story.
Such a good movie. Do I have that scene from Dragon Ball Z where Piccolo destroys the moon? I do not. I can take a look in a minute. Sebastian, please.
Bastian. Why don't you do what you dream, Bastian? But I can't. I have to keep my feet on the ground.
Really good delivery on this kid. Keep my feet on the ground. Call my name. How hilarious would it be if he ran to the window and called out her name and nothing happened? Like, oh, it was just a book, huh? Oh, it wasn't real. Book's just getting soaked. Get it? Moonchild? That's why we're... Because it's part of Moon Knight, because her name is Moonchild. You see, whoa, that was way earlier than I thought they'd cut off the clip. Fair enough. Read with me. Excellent. Okay, so I put this on the docket because I wanted to remember to show you. Today, Kitty and I and the kids, we all went to the library and we picked up some books. And I wanted to show you some of the books that we found today. I figured it's Moon Knight. We've really got to check out some cool books. Let me get my webcam up. Excellent. What's going on? Let me get that down just so we're not distracted by anything. What's going on? We got some books we're gonna take to. Did I take the books back home, or did you pick them up and put them back down? So I've got a few books that we're gonna take a look at today. I figured we really wanted to respect some of the first people on the moon, like Armstrong, like Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. So I decided to go in to the library and pick up a book that we could read together. It is a book called Armstrong, The Adventurous Journey of a Mouse to the... Okay, this is not what I thought it would be. This is this is not about Neil Armstrong. This is about a mouse who goes to the moon. Yeah, this is very different. The spacesuit worked. The test was a complete success. The mouse would be able to breathe in space just as he could underwater. What the fuck? I missed some lore. But the test must have given the goldfish the shock of his life. Yeah, I don't think this is the yeah, I don't think this is the story I was looking for. Let's put this down there. My dogs are on camera. That's free. Anyways, sorry about that. That's the wrong book. Let me take a look. I got another book that is definitely about the moon. This book is called Cat Chase the Moon by Shirley Rousseau Murphy. Okay, this is the cat detective book. This is the book where the cat is able to talk and solves crimes. When Mindy scrambled on Tango, she looked towards the house too, longing for Grandpa. This is a story about cats. A story about cats solving mysteries. I was promised that these library books would help me with Moon Knight. I had a very helpful person at the library who helped me pick out some books. I didn't double check them before stream. I was really busy. I've got one more book, and this one I think definitely. This is called Drowning in Oil: BP and the Reckless Pursuit of Profit. Okay, this doesn't have anything to do with the moon. This is completely. I am actually going to write an email, I think, because this one, it was supposed to be Moon for Dummies. Hold on. As the CSB's scriminy mounted, Brown's vision for BP was showing other signs of stress. With the gulf of winds of 140 miles an hour. I think that the reading stream is canceled. Nothing is working on the reading stream. Let's go back to Man on the Moon.
Is the moon. Like a flower.
What a disaster.
In heaven's high bower, with silent delight, sits and smiles on the night.
Also, Twitch viewer, what'd you find in Twitch viewer? Oh, is it Moon? I didn't actually add any Moon. I forgot about Moon. Hold on.
Astronomers tell us
I'm
that
a flat
the Earth
tire.
we live on and the moon we see in the sky
Who's this
are
asshole?
the tiny specks in a tremendous universe that contains billions upon billions of stars and other worlds. Now, one of these tiny little specks, or stars, is our own sun. And circling around the sun is a system of 9 major...
Okay, this is... No wonder people are confused about the solar system. This gives the impression that we're basically right next to each other.
planets. Except for Mercury and Venus, all of the planets have one or more moons.
I don't know much about Moon Knight.
12, Saturn 9, Mars 2, and of course our Earth only 1. How the Earth and Moon came to be is a mystery.
What do you mean? Come on.
Astronomers speculate.
It's a complete mystery to everybody. It's 1955.
4 billion years ago, our own universe was once a tremendous swirling cloud of cosmic gases and dust. Within this great nebula, smaller whirlpools of gaseous matter formed.
That's really cool to look
These eddies
at.
of dust and hot gases gradually condensed to form our sun and planets. It is believed that at this early stage, the Earth and Moon evolved.
Moon Knight as if Deadpool never
With the
caught
moon
on.
finally
I
cooled
barely
to
know anything
become
about
a small,
Deadpool.
barren satellite, 2,000 miles in diameter.
Oh, look at the dog.
Look
Look at the dogs.
240,000
Oh, look at those dogs.
Because the sun lights only half of the circling moon, the moon seems to gradually change shape during its monthly trip around the Earth. When the moon moves between the Earth and the sun, we see nothing but the dark shadow side. This is called the new...
I feel like these people in this country farmhouse would be freaked out.
Each night, as the moon progresses
The moon
along
was
the
just not
circular
there.
path, we see slightly more of the lighted half.
Okay, you're boring me. This is not learning night.
Of the very unusual details on the moon's surface.
I want to see the moon. I don't need to know about the phases. We did the phases last time.
Large flat plains surrounded by mountain ranges and craters. Some of the rugged mountain peaks rise straight
Also,
up to
Phantom on Row TV.
35,000 feet. And the craters range in size from small potholes to giant openings measuring 146 miles across.
They look just like your mom.
Scientists attribute the moon's rather rough surface to either volcanic action or to explosive hits by meteorites when the moon was in a molten stage. We've never seen the other side of the moon, but experts...
This guy looks sinister, right? I'm not getting good vibes out of this guy.
...agree that it probably looks much like the side which always faces us. The moon is a dead world.
Why would they think that? They've never seen the other side of the moon, and they just speculate. It probably looks like this side. I don't know.
Atmosphere, a silent, unchanging desert where temperatures drop to 250 degrees below zero on the shadow side and boil at over 200 degrees in the direct light of the sun.
As seen by my note cards.
As it seems to be, man's restless search for knowledge of the universe will certainly make the moon one of his first objectives in the exploration of space. Here to
and we will beat the Russians. Oh, here we go.
Is the chief of the guided missile development at the United States Army's Redstone Arsenal, Dr. Werner von Braun.
It's Werner von Braun, everybody.
The voyage around the moon must be made in 2 phases. A rocket ship taking off from the Earth's surface will use almost all the fuel it can carry just to attain a speed great enough to balance the pull of gravity.
So,
unpowered, it will then keep circling the Earth in an orbit outside of the atmosphere.
Werner von Braun has a great knowledge of rockets, as he helped develop the V-2 rocket while working for Nazi Germany.
This is the first phase.
This guy is a fucking Nazi.
However, if we can refuel the ship in this orbit with fuel brought up by cargo rocket ships, it can set out on the second phase, the trip around the moon.
And
back. To facilitate this refueling operation, we will establish an advanced base in the orbit, 1,000 miles above the Earth. This advanced base, or space station, will be headquarters for the final ascent to the moon.
Didn't they just discover like 100 boxes of Nazi documents in Argentina?
Our space satellite will have the shape of a wheel.
He's like, what are you talking about me for? Look at your Tinkerbell.
Measuring 200 feet across. Its outside rim will contain living and working quarters for a crew of 50 men. Just below the radio and radar antenna is the atomic reactor. Its heat will be used to drive a turbo generator, which supplies the station with electricity.
I wonder if we'd ever been in space by this point.
Access to
I
the
don't think so.
Will be through an airlock in the hub. The 3 large spokes are elevator shafts, and the small pipes are used as condensers for the turbo generator and the air conditioning plant. The entire wheel will slowly rotate at 3 revolutions per minute.
This will be the battle school where we learn to fight the aliens with Enderwigan.
Produce an artificial gravity for the men in the rim. Notice that the floors are placed so that the men stand with their heads towards the hub.
You notice I only say men.
The wheel
that was not a translation problem.
is divided into 9 sections. The first
9 sections.
section is headquarters and communications.
Really low-hanging fruit with the German jokes, but he's a Nazi, so he can go fuck his own face.
The next section will be for Earth weather observation and prediction. Military reconnaissance experts, aided by powerful optical and radar telescopes, will observe every point on the globe as the space station makes its
hint, hint.
Complete trip around the Earth.
They're launching dogs into space. Poor dog. I don't have anything about Latka.
Next is the emergency hospital section. And then the astronomy division, where men...
Latka has nothing to do with the moon, so that's probably why.
Keep an eye on the rocket ship as it makes its trip around the moon. The rest of the space station will house calculating machines, maintenance facilities, air conditioning equipment, living quarters.
I had a hard time with some of the stuff.
Botanical and zoological laboratory.
for Moon Knight because I kept confusing space with the moon. Not the same thing. This is not Space Knight.
After dismantling, it will be transported in pieces up to the orbit. For the difficult job of reassembling the structure, we have provided a new type of spacesuit.
Space is too nebulous,
Using
as it were.
gyros and two small rocket motors, the operator can tilt and move in any direction.
Look at that go! Woo!
Will be 7 remotely controlled mechanical arms, each a specialized tool. By rotating himself within the spacesuit, the operator can use any of the arms for the variety of tasks in assembling the space.
Look at this stupid thing.
When the day arrives,
you get to go around and you get to use the little arms.
Thousands of parts for the space station will be transported to the orbit by our multi-stage rockets. We merely replace the wing passenger section with a simple cargo-carrying nose.
This used to carry big rocket to
These
kill
cargo ships
Allied
would be
forces.
unmanned. A passenger rocket, 1,075 miles above the Earth, will guide each of the 12 approaching cargo rockets to their rendezvous in the orbit. This ship, which circles the Earth every 2 hours, will be the command post until after the space station is finished.
I'm actually making some headway on this jigsaw puzzle. Kinda.
When the guide ship reaches the correct position in the orbit, the cargo rocket is fired. While its motors are firing, the cargo rocket is controlled by an automatic pilot, like a guided missile.
God, they had such a weird
Up in
view
space, the blast
back then,
off
didn't
is
they?
observed with the aid of optical instruments. In the guide ship...
Okay, we're hitting a new style, so we'll come back to you. Let's see a few more... Let's see a few more compilations of the Mighty Boosh.
We could ask someone.
Who are we gonna ask? The moon?
That's not a bad idea.
Fine, let's ask the moon.
Let's do it then.
There's like 13 minutes worth, so we'll get a few more
saw a
down.
man looking at me, yes, with his eyes. And then he picked up a tube, and he looked in the tube, and he made the moon big inside the tube.
Trying to do a Christopher Walken. Inside the tube.
Oh, telescope.
You see, that is why you do not ask the moon.
Listen, I took a chance, all right? We asked the moon. I didn't know he was an alabaster retard, did I?
Okay.
You are a disgrace, Tony.
Okay, we can't throw the R slurs, guys.
Shooting star, look at you. Shooting star, you're a beautiful ball of light. Shooting star, get out of the way. I can't see nothing. You're all in my peripherals. You're in my preference visual. Oh, how can I concentrate? You're all over like a blue bottle, getting in all about it.
Is this a song or a is this a song or a poem?
An idiot.
I can't tell if it's a song or a poem. Give me one more, Moon.
Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, Mars, Venus, George, Chrissy.
How drunk is he?
That is a list of my best friends in order. Order of preference.
Okay, that's enough of you. What do we have next? We did the reading. Let's do. This is called First Moon Party.
First, Jenny got it. Then stupid Vicky got it. And I tried everything
Fucking Vicky.
to get my period.
Oh! Oh, that's...
Nothing. So, I faked it.
Oh!
Looks like Florida. Yeah, I got it. It's so red. Cherry Slush
Oh!
Club. Blood Sisters. They bought it.
Hey, Katie.
This can't be a real... I mean, obviously this is a bit. This can't be a real thing that happens to people, right?
What's this?
What do you think it is? I'm on my ladies' days.
What do I think it is? Rubylicious nail polish.
It straight up looks like Florida.
What do I think it is? Rubylicious nail polish. But she doesn't need to know that. We have to celebrate.
No, we don't.
Oh, it's family tradition. We're throwing you a first moon party.
What the hell is a first moon party?
That's a very good
It's one
question.
thing to lie to me, but to take that tone, it's on. Hi, do you make vagina cakes? Hello?
Then, people started showing up at my house.
Grandpa, nice to see you. Oh my God.
You're so cool.
Okay, is this? I thought that this was like actually a thing that happened. It's a bit. Okay, good. Thank Christ.
My friends.
This is so weird.
My mom's friggin' coworkers.
There she is. Hey, I got you the super pack.
These are coffee filters.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what brand you liked. Just kidding.
Okay, that's funny.
I just didn't expect my mom to be such a freak.
Pin the pad on the period. All right, separate up.
Pin the pad on the period? Seriously?
Do you know how hard it is to find a uterus pinata?
I used to like marshmallows. Not anymore.
Next one's for Katie, and the weirdest birthday party ever.
Mike.
We're already this far.
Things couldn't get worse.
Surprise!
My dad showed up.
What are you doing? You're missing the magician.
You need to stop this. No one is having fun.
What are you talking about? This party is a hit. Your grandpa is bobbing for ovaries like a champ.
I faked it.
Well, maybe you should open this first.
Period starter kit. Aren't you gonna ground me for lying?
Why do you think I threw you the first moon party? Would she think I wouldn't know? Periods don't have glitter on them.
You caught it, Kitty. But okay, so the whole thing's an ad. All right, fair enough. It's actually kind of a cute ad if that's the idea of it. Good for them. This is called Over the Moon. It's a Mickey Mouse cartoon. Easily one of my least favorite of this style of Mickey. Style of Mickey is very, very busy, but I guess they only have 3 minutes.
Find some way to distract the moon until sunrise. Just follow my lead. Oh, Mickey, my sweet, sweet Mickey.
Just follow was kiss. Kissing is fine. This is the trailer for the movie Moon in 2009.
Sam Bell reporting to Central. Everything running smoothly. Over and out. Rock and roll. God bless America.
I don't know anything about this movie other than it's called Moon.
Do you want me to cut your hair then?
Lunar Industries remains the #1 provider of clean energy worldwide due to the hard work of people like you.
Daddy has no.
3 years is a long haul, you know.
I know you're really lonely up there, but I'm proud of you.
2 weeks to...
I know you're really lonely on the moon, but if you have sex with any moon whores, I'm going to lose my shit.
Go, Sam.
2 weeks to go, buddy. I'm going home. Looks like we got a live one. I'm gonna go out.
Okay, Sam.
I bet you the robot doesn't want him to go home. The robot's gonna be lonely. I solved the movie. It's the robot.
Come outside. Who is he? You tell me who that is!
Perhaps you're imagining things.
Oh, it made it really clear that it was the robot.
What's going on?
So I like Sam Rockwell. Me? All I know is that the movie is named Moon.
Where did he come from? Why does he look like me? You've been up here too long, man. You've lost your marbles. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I don't understand what's happening. This is my mind.
You've been up here too long, man. You're losing your mind.
I want to go home.
I know.
You're acting crazy. Dude, everyone thinks you're acting nuts. This is called I Made a Lego Moon from Zelda's Majora's Mask. I'm not sure who Sam Rockwell is. What did Glorp say earlier? Do I have the Dragon Ball Z where Piccolo destroys the moon? I don't. I'll take a look. The robot AI voice is Kevin Spacey, by the way. And what? Owen Moon? Oh, really? He took a lot of villain roles. I wonder if that led to anything. What's going on, Grandfather? Welcome to Moon Night. We're not learning about the moon. We're celebrating the moon. This is really neat. I'm not sure what you do with it now. It just sort of... Okay, the face isn't doing it for me. You got more... I'm not sure I like that. That's very much Smithy from Super Mario RPG. Like, you had me for a while, but I'm not sure the face has got it. Not sure if you noticed this, but Moon sounds starts with the same sound. It starts May. Month of Mem. This is I left Skittles and moonshine for a week. This is a guy who does a lot of putting alcohol together with candy and seeing how it tastes. Quick warning, he's a little loud, so I'll turn him down.
I'm leaving Skittles and moonshine for a week, or until something interesting happens.
Moonshine is not moon.
Hillbilly the rainbow.
Listen.
God, I love Skittles.
Moonshine has the name Moon in it.
Well, it's been a week, and it's shine time. Sniff test. Woo! There's no bone apple teeth, but there's time for a shot.
I didn't even see what he put in here. Skittles, right? Yeah.
Look at all the flavor particles.
Oh.
Ibosia. Oh,
It's like solids in there.
Moonshine burn is gone, but the Skittle flavor is there. Oh, what the hell? Let's validate our parking. It's so smooth. God, it's so smooth. This tastes so good, but I am so sick. 9 out of 10. I'm leaving Skittle.
So yeah, he's a little loud. I understand that he's not really everybody's cup of tea, so I understand. This is I left ice cream and apple pie moonshine for a week.
Ice cream and apple pie moonshine for a week, or until something interesting happens.
Moonshine used to be called Mountain Dew, but then we named the poison that. I think you can make Mountain Dew moonshine, can't you?
And now we wait.
This is an older one, I think.
18 days, and I forgot I had this in the freezer. Bone apple teeth. Woo! Stronger than I remembered it being. It's time for a shot.
Aren't you worried? Isn't it going to curdle? I feel like there was ice cream in that.
Excited. Dibosia. Wow.
Bone apple teeth.
That scoop of ice cream only amplified it. It was such a welcome flavor. I'm gonna do it. 9 out of 10. I'm leaving vanilla.
Yeah, he's a bit aggressive. So he's not everybody's thing. This is I tried moonshine pickles. Is the last one.
These are moonshine peaches. Just look at them all. Being the dude that puts things in jars, I'ma be very critical. Smells like peaches. Bone apple teeth.
Man, I could go for a peach. How long has it been since I've had an actual straight up peach?
That's a mighty fine peach. Wow, this is so southern flavored. It tastes like a sunrise on a cabin lake.
Tastes like you ordered it at Cracker Barrel.
Amount of sweet. I'm eating another one. I really gotta eat another one. It's time for a shot. God, I love you, old Smokey. Dibosia. Ooh, that tastes like alcohol. Whoa.
Yeah, no shit.
I can feel that in my underpants. It tastes like a peachy syrup, but it's not thick like a syrup. Let's validate our parking.
How much you gonna drink?
It's like drinking the best part of canned peaches without the can flavor. 10 out of 10.
This guy is 1,000% going to kill his liver someday. This is called A Poem Is the Moon.
beautiful. A poem is a poem is a poem. My middle name is poetry. Poetry is
I love poetry so much. My mama named me poetry.
Poetry is a great way to express your feelings. The writer's feelings and what they feel. It can also be words that you just put together to mean something. Ditto. When I hear upon...
I used to be insanely anti-poetry. I have sort of leaned out of that.
It makes me feel happy.
Whatever makes people happy, knock yourself out.
I'm not gonna do it. A poem is funny. But that is funny.
The Moon by Eliza Lee Folan.
In case you wondered, yeah, this is about the moon. That's why we're watching this.
Oh, look at the moon. She is shining up there. Oh, Mother, she looks like a lamp in the air.
Man, they're just scrunging at the bottom of what Disney things had the moon in them.
Last week she was smaller and shaped like a bow. But now she's grown bigger and round as an O. Pretty moon, how you shine on the door.
This poem sucks.
And make it all bright on my nursery floor. You shine on my playthings and show me their place. And I love to look up at your pretty bright face.
This poem sucks.
And there is a star close by you. And maybe that small twinkling star is your little baby. Oh, look at the moon. She is shining up there. Oh, Mother, she looks like a lamp in the air.
Okay, you got me at the end. She looks like a lamp in air. I don't know. Whatever. What is this? Crazy theories about the origin of the moon. I'm going to push that a little further. This is called the lunar moon shot down by the Air Force. Crazy this shit actually happened. You don't see it on the news. And this is actually how all the craters gets onto the moon. Come on. Come on and hit him. Jesus, teasing us. Is it worth making a short video out of this? Yeah. I want you to go ahead and make a short video out of that, champ. This is a video called How to Draw the Moon Step by Step. Yeah, it seems to be a lot more of a problem than you would think. I don't remember the moon being that much of an issue before. So this is how to draw the moon step by step. Alright, let's see if we can learn how to draw the moon. Okay, so we gotta start with a big circle. Shit, that's not the right one. I forgot how to do this. Moon. Oh, it's inside out. There we go. Alright. So it's like you gotta have like part of it be a little darker. How you guys doing? Oh wait, are you just drawing the outline of the moon? We don't... Thank you. We're good. We're gonna draw like a little sort of here. I speed this up a little bit. There we go. put a little ball right here, too. And a little one down here. It's kind of like Bob Ross. It's like, you know what? You just sort of feel where the asteroid hits are. You just sort of feel it in your guts. Like, you don't want to have an asteroid hit be lonely. Okay. Oh god. So he's like connecting them like that. Like that and go underneath. Something like this. I bet you this is like a dark gray. Oh god, he's like trying to do shapes inside. I'm not going to be able to fit those, unfortunately. Here we go. Let's put some gray. There. And like the rest of it can be gray again. What, you're done? Oh, is that it? That's the whole moon? No, not you. Undo. God damn, it's so hard to see. I guess I could make it bigger. Here we go. Just for a minute. Let me make these last few adjustments. Can I? Hello? There we go. Sorry, technology is being stupid. I mean, it kind of looks like the moon. I feel like there should be more little, you know, more little asteroid hits, right? No. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Maybe like a few more little asteroid hits. Things that actually look like asteroid hits and not just squares would be nice. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that looks moony. That looks moon enough, right? Come on. Come on. Sorry. I need that yellow pixel gone. The one right there. There we go. All right. So now I have a picture of the moon. Let's put the picture of the moon. I'm going to put that in Discord real fast. Just make sure I'm in the right channel. The archive. I need to actually move that into something else later. Okay, let's go back to this. Looks like the lunar moon, but a little less angry. Would shoot rockets at it.
At about 24 miles altitude, the first stage breaks away and the second stage motors fire. 2 minutes later, the cargo head blasts away from the second stage and continues firing until its speed reaches 18,000.
And it fires, and it fires, and it fires, and it keeps firing.
Miles per hour. Automatically, the motor cuts off. Now, with the aid of remote controls, the navigator rotates the rising cargo rocket so that when it arrives later in the orbit, it will line up with the guide ship.
Trying to find
Here,
more
at
of this
1,075
arch.
miles up, follows the most precise maneuver of the entire operation. The motor of the cargo rocket is fired again until its speed and course exactly match that of the guide ship.
Did you have to make it look sinister? Make the most sinister looking ship you've ever seen in your life.
Exactly match that of the guide ship.
Bird droppings are of chief
will
export
enable
of
this maneuver
Nehru.
to be performed with a high degree of accuracy.
Probably for fertilizer, I would guess.
56 minutes have now elapsed since takeoff. The cargo ship is floating in space, 2,000 feet ahead of the guide ship. 2 crew members make their way to the cargo head to begin the unloading operation. First, the motor and tanks are detached.
What in the hell made them think this is something kids would want to know about? Do they think space? It's like we got to get the kids into this.
Suits are removed from the hull.
Like
When
kids
fitted
don't
in
need
the
all
airlock,
this.
Each of these construction suits will receive an operator. The sections of the cargo ship are moved back to make way for other supply rockets soon to arrive.
Teleboring for a kid? It's not terribly interesting for adults, let's be real.
Construction of the space wheel now begins.
I'm gonna be real, it
The
keeps...
sides of the cargo nose are mechanically separated.
Let's move onward. Let's go back to the Mighty Boosh for a little bit. Kids used to like space and want to be astronauts, then we learned it was super boring up there. I think space is incredibly interesting. I think that listening to the Nazi explain it is not, and that's not racist. He is actually a Nazi. Hey, it's Jupiter. I made a song.
Down upon the ground, he's so bright.
There are much more interesting ways to learn about space.
Down upon the ground. Everybody look at the moon. Everybody seeing the moon. The moon is white, it's milky white. Everybody look at the moon.
This should have been the stream opening music. I made a song. Jupiter. I made a song. You ain't got one. Hey, I did a song.
Oh, I feel sick.
What else do we got? Oh, I found this. So, this I wanted to take a look at because I don't remember if I ever ended up playing Under a Killing Moon to completion. And if we haven't talked Under a Killing Moon before, Under a Killing Moon is a detective game that is very, very interesting. Now, the problem with Under a Killing Moon is that it is technologically a nightmare to run the game, especially on newer systems. Have I tried mooncakes? I don't think I have. I don't think I've actually tried mooncakes before. I know they're made of bean paste. Yeah, like the idea of them, from what I saw, we looked at them a little bit during Moon Knight 1, and they did not seem particularly, they didn't seem pleasant to eat. Have I ever mooned the moon? I have not mooned the moon. I mean, I don't think so. I guess maybe I have. Have I been naked outside? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've mooned the moon. The moon has seen my ass. Anyways, the reason I bring up Under a Killing Moon is because I think that I would like to do Under a Killing Moon on stream, but I think I'd like to do it a little differently. I think I'd like to get one of those Under a Killing Moon, the movie, which is basically a long play. And normally I wouldn't do it, but from what I saw, the long play seemed to have like a lot of the actual content of the game. And trying to do Under a Killing Moon nowadays is so irritating, and I don't think it would be worth it. But I think Under a Killing Moon's a great game, and I think I'd like to give it a shot. That's not for a few more months, obviously. Probably, maybe for August. We'll see. August is actually starting to fill up. I'm starting to fill up for September. I haven't even made the schedule yet for September, but that is an option. Anyways, that's for the future. This is Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, Moon's Lunar Cries scene. I have pudding for after stream is over. I don't know if that beats brownie, but it is an option. So this is the Lunar Cry. In Final Fantasy VIII, massive spoilers for Final Fantasy VIII, by the way. In Final Fantasy VIII, the moon is full of monsters. And every so often, all the monsters congregate to certain spots of the moon, and they break out of the moon's atmosphere. That big blue pile of shit right there is just monsters breaking out of the moon's atmosphere and about to burst across space to hit Earth. This happens every now and then in the Final Fantasy VIII universe. I've actually learned a bit of the lore about it, and it's more interesting than I thought. It just happens every now and then that monsters just get catapulted to Earth. And in the Final Fantasy VIII universe, I thought I had the full one. Did I not have the full one? Final Fantasy VIII. Like the actual full thing. Maybe I didn't. Final Fantasy VIII Lunar Cry full. None of the... Oh, here we go. So, in the world of Final Fantasy VIII, they developed a device called the Lunatic Pandora, which would actually summon the Lunar Cry to happen. So it's basically a form of geoterrorism to be able to influence the Lunar Cry like this. They did it so they can get this sorceress out of space. They basically caused a tidal wave and sent a sorceress out of orbit and into the Earth's atmosphere. Completely destroyed an entire city doing so. Like Esthar City, well, not destroyed, but it is in a bad state. A brownie would be good, but I don't have a brownie. I think that's got to be one of those C'est la vie moments. Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if I ever need to play Final Fantasy VIII again. We played through Final Fantasy VIII once on stream. You should think. Apparently, the Lunatic Pandora crystal came down once upon a time during a previous Lunar Cry. This is called June 2025 Vedic Astrology Predictions for all 12 Ascendants and/or Moon Signs.
Hi everyone, my name is Gautam Gupta, and I want to welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Universal Fundamentals. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my personal predictions for the month of June 2025 for each of the 12 ascendants and/or moon signs, and how the planetary alignments will be affecting you personally.
I want to know about Cancer.
Now, if your ascendant or your moon sign is in Cancer, then this means that for the first week of June, Mars is going to be traveling the final degrees of Cancer, which is in your first house.
Oh, shit. None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense at all. None of this makes a damn lick of sense. I'm sorry.
And this can bring out some intense emotions regarding some personal issues that are going on within your life. This can also be related to your children and/or profession. So it will be important not to make any important decisions out of haste, as you might not be thinking clearly. However, once Mars enters the sign of Leo, you will have much more clarity as to what to do. Now, this will be the first full month where Rahu and Ketu change signs to your 8th and 2nd house, respectively. And starting
now
June
let's
7th,
decode these
Mars
predictions.
will enter the sign of Leo and will start to conjunct with Ketu. And with Mars and Ketu being in your second house of Leo,
This doesn't help.
This will end up
This
causing
doesn't
some
help,
conflict
devil.
with some of your family members. And this can be due to your aggressive speech. So
I'm-
please be careful with
Yeah,
what
you need to shut up. Listen, you mate. Did my music stop? Why did my music stop? There we go. I'm gonna need you to dumb that down a bit, champ. Knuckle it into 17 words. I don't want to read any of that. Early stress, weird money vibes. Mid-month, retreat and chill. Late June, glow up, talk sharp, career charm boost. You're a Libra, aren't you, darling? Astrology is settled science. I don't believe that. I'm not sure I believe that. I don't want to listen to him anymore. This is Dale mooning.
Got an idea. Pass them up.
Women's on, yes. Mr. Gribble's butt. Women's on.
Give me a little pressed ham.
I forgot about the ending there. Let me see that ending again. I forgot that I did that. This is called Walt Disney's The Moon Spinners, Season 13, Episodes 10, 11, and 12, Intro and Closing. It's not a pressed ham. Pressed ham is up against a window. You mean like this? You mean like that? Oh no, I thought you said steamed hams. I put this on the list because it had the name Moon in it. Haley Mills was in this? Did RTV break? Looks like it did. Haley Mills is great. What is this? This looks like the intro to a North Korean movie. There we go. It's fixed.
Will someone please? Oh, Alexis! Will someone please tell me what's happening?
And that's what's her name. That I recognize that woman.
Goodbye, Alexis. Thanks for everything. You come back to Ayos Yorios. We make good hotel now.
This is racist, isn't it?
Alexis, goodbye. Bye. We'll be back. You come back. We have nice big wedding, maybe. Maybe.
Nice big wedding. I like old women. Ha 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 ha. Just like doing international snacks for a stream. Didn't we do that? She will eat the leftovers. I feel like we did that, but maybe I'm thinking of Nut Vision. A celebration of nuts. Oh God, I'm pushing you back again. This is called a Beethoven Moonlight Sonata for an Old Elephant. I don't know why this is on. Oh, moon, duh, moonlight. God, they're beautiful creatures, aren't they? Well, I was trying to think, like, moonlight. What does that have to do with the moon? Because I'm stupid. Look at that creature. Look at that creature that could absolutely demolish him. He could absolutely turn that man into a fine paste. And it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell with elephants. But I think she likes it. I think she enjoys it. Why wouldn't she? Humans enjoy it. It's like, yay! Music! I would like to think she just pulls out the bottom of the piano seat. That's really neat. Let's skip ahead a little bit. She starts back. The second half of the video is her just demolishing the piano. You did very good. I said this a million times, but I remember that one article where they, like, put some wires into an elephant's brain, and elephants look at us the same way. Their brains interpret us the same way that we interpret puppies. Like, elephants think of us as adorable, which I think is absolutely precious. All right, that's enough. That's enough Moonlight Sonata there. This is Moon 4th 2022 moon crash view from a different location. It's actually crazy this happened. It was amazing that during the last administration this sort of thing could happen, and it didn't make the news. The frame rate. That's not how that works. That's not how that would be like 1,000 nuclear bombs minimum. Obama. This is Final All-Stars Cosplay Cup 2024 Renata Princess Serenity Sailor Moon. You thought I only had one thing from Sailor Moon?
Serena Tsukino, e eu sou a reencarnação da princesa da lua. Nasci com a missão de proteger esse planeta e o cristal de prata, mas tudo que eu queria.
Let's turn on the subtitles. Oh, okay, good. It's in Portuguese.
Você tem o cristal mais puro de toda a Via Láctea. Quem possuir o seu cristal.
Okay, is this just her cosplay? Like,
E essa nossa luta acaba aqui. Colocou sua espada de lado. Acha mesmo que pode me derrotar sem usar.
whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay, she's got a bodysuit. She's got a bodysuit. She's got a bodysuit. Everything's cool. She has a bodysuit. I like the guy fucking with the Sailor Moon suit in the back.
Eu sou a Sailor mais forte de todas. Com esse seu brilho fraco, não destruirá o caos.
I was about to stop this. I'm glad I didn't. It got crazy.
Muito menos fará brilhar toda a Via Láctea. Eu vou fazer sim. Eu vou fazer brilhar toda a Via Láctea.
Whoa, she's got those things. Dangling keys.
Eu posso ver essa luz tão forte que não vem só do seu cristal de prata, mas sim.
Okay, that's enough of you. Oh, this is mooning in Laguna Niguel 2014 Amtrak. I was asked to include mooning, which you'll be happy to learn was already on the list. I will probably have to blur some of this.
Hi, I'm Shasta. I'm Nicole. We're from Upland, and we're here to moon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to blur a little bit of this. Like, we don't actually... Shut up. We don't actually get a lot of skin, but we get enough that we probably should blur it. Last time I showed any sort of skin like that, it's like, this is straight up people showing their ass to a train. Okay, my favorite is this guy. It's hard to see over the blur, but this guy in the back right there. He's taking a picture like straight of people's asses. You're not supposed to film that direction. People so thrilled with themselves. People so absolutely thrilled with themselves that they're showing their ass to a train. To a train that can't even leave the tracks. Yeah, someone had a kilt. I'm not sure. You know what's really funny? Like, half of these people are just here, like, they're just bending over. It's like, it doesn't count if you're not showing your ass. Like, I'm not here to be the ass police, but if you're just bending over and showing your fully clothed, jeaned, like, rear, that's not mooning. Like, I feel like you're missing the point. Yeah, well, I'm not. You don't have to see. We don't need to see the full wrinkle. Is this channel I need to get rid of? No. Okay, good. The Charleston. Yeah, that was a good channel. Are we done? Are we done? What looking at asses? We can unblur it maybe. Nope. we got to put it back. More asses are being shown. I don't. Is this really a thing? Is this really a thing people do? Is just go out in mass? I know that people will moon a train or they'll moon traffic. That's one thing. Is that something that's like an organized event? Feels a bit odd. This is called Moon Monster Beating Astronauts. This was hot for like a minute or two a year or so ago. Actually, it was a few years ago. I think this is basically a tech demo. Get it? He farted. Get it? The joke is that he farted because he had beans. This is called The Moon's Orbit is Weird.
We think of the moon as orbiting the Earth, following a spiraling trajectory as the Earth itself orbits the sun. But this is wrong. Not only is the moon's orbit not a spiral, there's an argument that the moon actually orbits the sun, not the Earth. Sure, from the Earth's perspective, the moon appears to orbit the Earth, but from the sun's perspective, or from an observer far above the solar system, the moon orbits the Earth so slowly and the Earth and moon are so far from the sun that the moon's trajectory never actually makes any sort of a loop, and in fact, it never even curves outwards towards the Earth at all, but always inwards towards the sun. The moon's trajectory is more like a 12-sided polygon with curved
The sun is like 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth. Makes perfect sense.
Corners.
And it's probably affected by the Earth's by the Earth gravity as well.
Than it is a spiral or even a wiggly line. Though the moon's trajectory is so close to being a circle, it's kind of hard to see. Here's a simpler example of an orbit where a planet's moon's trajectory only ever curves towards its sun. It looks like this hypothetical moon is actually orbiting the sun and just getting nudged in and out a little bit by the planet as it orbits. This type of curve, where a circle rotates while attached to another rotating circle, is called an epitrochoid, though they're usually generated by rolling a circle around another circle, but the curves are the same.
It looks like a flat flower.
Depending on how fast the two circles rotate relative to each other and how big they are relative to each other, you get everything from spirals to wiggles to polygons with rounded corners. The faster a moon orbits relative to its planet, or the larger the moon's orbit is relative to the planet's, the more spirally the trajectory. The slower the moon moves relative to the planet,
Yeah, what
or
is
the
that thing
smaller
that
its
kids
orbit,
used to
the more
have?
wobbly or circular the trajectory. Looking at a whole table of these
Spiral
trajectories,
graph.
loops are in the upper right half here, and wobbles are in this region. Orbits that never curve outwards are in the remaining sliver. In our case, the sun is about 400 times farther away than the moon, and the moon orbits the Earth around 13.5 times for each trip around the sun, once every 27 days.
Okay.
This matters
okay.
more.
Neat. All right. Cool. Cool. A lot of jabbering. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. That the we're not going to watch that. That the moon might orbit the sun more than it orbits the Earth. One of those was just a straight up Pixar, and I'm like, yeah, I think we're already testing our luck with what we've shown today. This is called Lakes of the Moon. On the moon, there are many seas. Is this a song? Is this a real song? Is this a real song about the seas of the moon? I thought this was like Suno or something, but no, this was years ago. This is the only channel this is the only thing on their channel that's anything like this. I'm looking at their other stuff they've got. Nothing else is even. This is so off base of what they normally do on that channel. As someone who likes the moon probably more than most people should, weird song. I said DBJ. DBZ, blow up the moon. Master Roshi destroys the moon. Also, we have the abridged version. I don't know either of them. I'm not here to shit on the memory of the of Dragon Ball Z, but how do you take this seriously? Come on. Well, what happened? We got flashbang. That's about it. Also, abridged moon. What is this?
I'll show that little bastard. I'll become the mighty Ozaru and crush him into the... Where's the moon? Where's the damn moon?
Well, there's a channel right there. Isn't he the horny old master type trope? I believe so, but I think he also is the kind who's like can do anything. Like that's usually how it works in anime. Ah, loud.
An Italian proverb
This
says,
is called 45. Shut up. This is called 45 amazing moon facts you know nothing about.
Eyes on me, I care not for the moon. It's a flippant remark, as the Earth satellite is some simple thing not worthy of consideration. But hey, men have walked on the moon, but they haven't walked on the sun.
Take that, dipshits.
Incidentally, my advice on this sun walking thing, you should really try it at night. It's much cooler. Anyway, I'm going to share the most interesting facts about the moon with you, and it might change your mind about the moon's simplicity.
Nobody said it was simple.
1. The existence of the moon was the result of a clash. Scientists believe it was formed from the debris of the Earth and another space object which was about the size of Mars after they ran into each other. 2.
Yeah, I don't know if they mentioned the name of the planet. I think it's called like Talia or something, like Taria, Tandia.
The moon is not an ideal sphere. It's shaped more like an egg because of the Earth's gravity.
Shaped like an egg. Like an egg.
3. The moon is the closest planet satellite to the sun, since Mercury and Venus, which are closer to the sun than Earth is, don't have satellite. Maybe they have cable. 4.
Shut up.
4. With an average diameter of 2,159 miles, the moon is the 5th largest satellite in the solar system, after Jupiter's satellites Ganymede, Callisto, and Io, and Saturn's Titan. 5.
Is he going to mention that we have the biggest satellite in comparison to the Earth?
We can see solar eclipses pretty often, but moon eclipses only happen once every several hundred years. 6. The moon looks as if it were the same size as the sun. The star is about 400 times bigger than the satellite, but astonishingly, it's also 400 times farther from us. That's why they seem to be equal in dimensions as viewed from the surface of the Earth.
It's actually wild, the fact that it's just the amount of distance away.
7. Although the moon seems really bright, its ability to reflect sunlight is 3 times less than that of Earth. That's why, in combined photos, they make the moon look brighter artificially. 8. It would take about 300,000 moons to produce as much light at night as there is in the afternoon. About 206,000 of them would have to be full.
What a stupid statistic. It's like, yeah, the moon doesn't produce light. No shit, idiot. This is when I played Minecraft many years ago. This was my trip to the moon. I figured this would be as good a time to show this off. So this was when I was playing on a something awful Minecraft server. It was like a 1 point something server, 1.12.2 I think, and I had played for a few weeks and was basically putting everything into this. I was putting everything into this rocket trip. Like, I needed to go to the rocket, set up a nether portal so I'd be able to go between the nether and the rocket and the base. And you can also see down there at the bottom left was my automatic my automatic tree farm. Just another one just grew. And it was actually kind of a cool server. I like that base a lot. It was an ice base with an ice wall. I went to Goon Moon. Is Has Been Hotel still around? I never did Has Been Hotel. One of my favorite things in Minecraft that I would actually like to, if I had time, if I had 1,000,000 hours and the wherewithal to do it, it would be very fun to like do an old Minecraft round of like 12.2 and going up to the moon. We'll just skip ahead just a tiny bit. There we go. So we got to the moon. Turns out my oxygen setup was invalid. I think that I forgot my space helmet or something along those lines. So I couldn't breathe and I was losing health rapidly. Me, being stupid, decided the best idea would be to get out of the spaceship. Actually, no, I was looking in my inventory, and doing that kicked me out of my spaceship. Doing that, I slammed down into the moon at full speed, and that was my ship blowing up all of my items. So yeah, it wasn't the best. That was a big ripperoonie. I miss Minecraft. Minecraft is so fun. This is Moonraker: The Gondola Chase. Earlier, I think it was a couple people were saying Moonraker was considered one of the worst James Bonds. Let's see how bad it really is. This is ridiculous. I think James Bonds really make you think people throw knives a lot more. What the come on. Now that's silly. It's considered bad by movie people. I mean, it has Jaws in it, and Jaws is the most stupid, ridiculous villain I've ever seen in my life. The gondola with the motor on the back of it is pretty fun, though. At least the thug Jaws found love with a kidnapped teenager.
I am very disappointed.
Bye.
Bye.
I remember reading that Jaws was supposed to be in like a third movie, but it wouldn't have meshed well with the serious vibe they were going for. Like, it was the serious movie that they wanted. They had like less cute gadgets. Good edit there. Come on. They didn't even notice? Come on. Get your head in the game. Now this scene right here, stop. Kitty, look at this scene right here. Does this not look like Epcot? Like right here? It's not perfect, but it's very, very close. Is that an American flag? No, it wouldn't be American. Because he's British. It's just red and white. Come on, what is this? Come on. James Bond stupid bullshit. It looks like Venice from Ask Creed 2. It looks like both. If I showed you the Epcot from, like, looking at it from the water, looks very, very... This is stupid. It literally Venice, though. I believe it. Okay, it's not that weird. It's weird, but it's not that weird that everybody has to stop everything to look at it. That was fun. Okay, so Vedic astrology can go away. Pressed hams, morning Wendy, crazy moon facts. I think we have one more thing to do. And that is, there is a video game called To the Moon that I would like to I'd like to take a peek at just for a second. There's going to be spoilers for To the Moon if you haven't played the game To the Moon. This is the ending of To the Moon, so spoilers. I'd like to go to the moon. Moondle. I feel like I'm not in the headspace to do Wordle. Ever played Earthbound that's got Moonside? That's very true. I think I forgot, or I remembered Moonside, but I didn't really know how to incorporate it very well. So basically, oh god, it's not, you can't see. Why can't you see? This game does not capture very well. Yeah, this game is about a guy who wants to go to the moon. He's about to die, so these guys, they hired this team to go into his brain and basically alter his memories so that he will get his wish to go to the moon. And they have to think, all right, well, why do you want to go to the moon? And because we can't get your brain to get you to want to go to the moon unless we know why. And he's like, I don't know. Well, I just want to. And they spend the rest of the game trying to figure out what's going on there. Broken screen. I did the moon theme during Moon Knight 1, so I wanted to hit all of the stuff I hadn't done the first time. Anyways, so the plot of the game is they figure out why he wants to go to the moon, and they're able to basically do it. And it has some of the best music, so let's hang out and listen to it. I kind of thought about redoing To the Moon. I don't think I want to. I really don't. Guys, Moon Knight was great. Oh, you found the music box? Where'd it come from? Thank you. Kitty gave me a, I have a music box. I'll show it to you in a minute. God, I love this game. Like, we already played it. I feel like it doesn't need a replay. But I would like to play the third game in the series. If you haven't played To the Moon, it's such a great game. It's on iOS. It's on Steam, it's on everything. I think it's on Switch. You can see the moon on the screen. Isn't that cute? God, what a good game. So anyways, Kitty found the music box. Once upon a time, when I had more disposable income. No Harvest Moon. There's a lot of moon shit. All this stuff, it's like I've been asking for moon things forever. It's like I don't know. The Lunar 1, 2 remaster is like $50. $50 like without a sale. Oh, do you hear this music going on right now? Also, hold on a second. That whole scene I feel like didn't exist when I first played this. I let's played this game. I need to rewatch that in the VOD because that whole scene of them going up into space or them going up and being together on the log, I don't remember happening before. Anyways, unimportant. I have this this music box that I ended up getting just to support the guy. It is a 4 River. You can't read that, but it says 4 River, and it is the music from this game. You can't hear it, can you? It's a stupid the stupid audio gate's getting it. Anyways, it's very neat. I just wanted to show it off because it's a very cool little thing that they only did for like limited runs, and I think it was really neat. You know what else is really neat? Moon Knight. Not a lot of music boxes anymore. You don't want to know how expensive this thing was. It wasn't hyper expensive, but it was probably too expensive to be buying willy-nilly. Willy-nillish. Moondle? Me to play Moondle? Well, I don't... Hold on. Did I even do Wordle today? I don't think I did. First word today is Mooney. Second word today is... Scorn. Third word is... Rio. What happened there? Oh, firework. I've got no idea what it is. Brune? Ploon? That's what I'm saying. I've got like... I don't really have a... I know it's not Thorn, but see if I can get those TH out of the way. How about... How about groan? What? Oh, dang it. I was all excited. How about groan? Extremely rude. Oh, good times. That was fun. All right. We had a good time. We got to do Moon Knight. I hate it when I'm not able to do things I want to do because of technology crap. So it was nice to actually get Moon Knight done, taken care of. Now do Moondle. I did Moondle. I just did it. I didn't post it. I'll post it in a minute. Guys, tomorrow we're going to do Mist, or we're going to try and do Mist. It's possible I might get through about 4 minutes of Mist and rage quit. I don't have a plan B though, so I certainly hope I don't. That'll be tomorrow though. Tonight, the plan is going to sleep. What version of Mist? Real Mist Masterpiece Edition. That's tomorrow though. I am going to bed. Have a fantastic evening. Thanks for hanging out for Moon Knight. Remember to respect the moon and give it a big hug and a kiss. Love you. Bye. Mwah.
Thanks for your time. Have a good day.